Hello, my dear. Welcome to our channel, Dear LG. My dear, Dear LG is one of the best platform to get authentic information about English grammar and literature. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about important point of English literature. My dear, this part, the essay "I Have a Dream" is a speech delivered by Martin Luther King Jr. and Martin Luther King Jr. have used simile and metaphor in this essay. The use of simile and metaphor. If you do not know the use of simile and metaphor, you need to watch the full video till the end. For that, you have to watch the full video. But before starting the summary of that, I have a dream. I would like to ask you to subscribe our channel for the same kind of content. Let's go to my operation theater. Let's continue. As I told you already, I'm going to tell you the summary of I Have a Dream, my dear. I Have a Dream is written by Martin Luther King Jr. Let's continue the summary of this essay, I Have a Dream. I Have a Dream is a speech delivered by US born civil rights campaigner Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream is a speech, my dear. Exactly, this speech was delivered by Martin Luther King Jr. in Washington, D.C. on August 28, 1894. He delivered this unforgettable speech in front of 200,000 people, black and white. This is the point that we must notice, my dear. He delivered this speech in 1964 in front of 200,000 people, my dear, in front of 2 lakh people. You must not forget this. He remembers, means Martin Luther King Jr. remembers Abraham Lincoln, the person who signed Emancipation Proclamation, the person who freed the slaves. He remembers Abraham Lincoln and the day when Emancipation Proclamation was signed, freeing the slaves. He remembers the day and the Great American as well. According to Martin, the blacks are not free even after 100 years of the proclamation. Means that was signed, this document was signed in 1863 and he is delivering his speech in 1963. It means after 100 years he is delivering this speech, but after 100 years of that Emancipation Proclamation, blacks have not got their right and freedom of the proclamation. 100 years of the proclamation uses different similes and metaphors. My dear, if you do not know about similes and metaphor, if you don't know what is simile, what is metaphor, please do comment. I'll make a perfect video about similes and metaphor as well. So he uses different similes and metaphors to compare the condition of black people. His strong determination shows that they have come to the nation's capital to cash a check. Means he said that the government had signed Emancipation Proclamation. It said on the document that black people will be provided their freedom and rights, justice, but they have not got the right. That is why he said that the government has given them a blank check, and in 1963 he said that they have come to nation's capital to cash that check. He condemns the officers, he scolded the officers. He talks about the officers but not the white people. He did not hate white people. My dear, this is very strong point in his speech. Instead, he states that their destiny is tied up with each other's destiny. Instead, he said that black people and white people, they can't walk alone. They must go ahead. Instead, he states that their destiny is tied up with each other's destiny. They can't walk alone. He is hopeful that justice will one day roll down like mightiest stream. My dear, he was hopeful about the justice, about getting justice and freedom. To wrap up his non-violent philosophy, he was against violence, my dear. He was not in support of using violence while demanding for their rightful place in America, but he was against of that violence. To wrap up his non-violent philosophy to get justice and freedom is quite impressive. Everyone liked this philosophy because he did not scold white people, he did not hate white people. Instead, He said that we must go side by side, we must go together, we must march ahead. The apparent purpose or the central idea of this speech, this is very important point, my dear. The apparent purpose or the central idea of this speech is to provide freedom and justice to black people without any disturbance. The main purpose, the crux or the central idea of this speech, of this essay, is to provide freedom and justice to black people without any disturbance. He needs what? Freedom and justice to black people. As I told you already, my dear, this person, Martin Luther King Jr., is very famous in the world. Now he is dead. Why he is famous? Because of his non-violent philosophy. Don't forget this. So if this content is very fruitful, please subscribe our channel. I hope you like the content of this video. If you have to say anything about the video, if you have any problems, please do comments. Once again, subscribe this channel and click on all notification. Click the like button and share this video with your family and friends. Once again, thank you so much for watching.